me.
So it sounds like you tried to pull over 3 people.
No.
That's not what I'm hearing.
So I get it. Everybody makes mistakes, but fortunately, you tried pulling over a cop, which is dumb. What were you going to pull him over for? Just out of curiosity.
I wasn't trying to pull anybody. I'm not trying to impersonate no one.
Everything that is occurring right now is pointing that way. Not smart.
Yeah.
You're going to end up getting yourself hurt over something stupid just because you want to play around.
I copied is northbound on East Frontage Road by the Travel Plaza.
San
353, can you confirm they stopped?
Road 2, I'm out with them.
2 and I are 1023. All units 23.
Early baby. That's mine. Alright.
Recording.
We on us.
I have an idea. I'm on my way home, and he's turning his fucking strobe light on, and he's got a siren. He curbs 2 cars, and then blows past them, goes through a red, and then he's just using this little light bar on top here with these sirens.
Okay then.
Yeah.
What's going on, man?
I was just driving home. I just got this thing off of Amazon.
What thing?
A siren.
And you try and pull people over?
No.
Well, you followed him a pretty good distance.
I followed him.
Yeah, I heard him all the way from 52.
Yeah. And you try to curb 2 cars on 52nd Street and use lights and a siren so they pull over and stop. You pull up next to them and then you blow past them.
Got your ID on you?
I'm sorry.
.353 or code 4.
What'd you get off Amazon recently?
A siren.
Why?
I've always wanted one.
For what purpose?
The PA system.
To do what?
Talking to it mostly. Kind of had a siren in it, and I didn't really know it had a siren. And I was fucking around with it. I do construction, landscaping. That's the light on the top.
What's with the yellow and white bar?
That's amber.
Okay,
That's for construction.
so are you doing construction right now?
No.
So why do you have it on?
Because I saw him behind me, and he had his hazards on. He was following me, so I turned him on, and I pulled over. I don't want to get hit.
You got any weapons on you?
No.
Stand up for me. Turn around.
Did you run away?
He should be the RO. You had a siren on?
Yeah, so we were going down 52nd, and I'm on my way home.
Right.
So we're going down 52, and then all of a sudden I see this white and yellow flashing light on top of the car, and I'm going along, and all of a sudden I notice this guy's like flying, and he's coming up behind cars and making them move over to the shoulder with the siren, and then they pull over and stop, and then
Does he stop behind him?
Yeah, he would pause and stop, and then accelerate around him and take off with the siren on, and then he would race up behind the next car and make that one pull over and curb. And then same thing, he'd race around it.
Okay.
So then I'm trying to get up on the side of him to see if I could get a look at him. I wrote down his license plate, I turned my radio on, and as I get up next to him, he slows down, pulls behind me, turns the siren on, and I move into the lane next to him, and then he blows past me.
Okay.
So when he came up to a red light, I looked at him and I'm like, pull over and stop, and then he takes off, and he ran 2 red lights.
Okay. What red lights do you run? This one?
So this one here for sure. And
Coming northbound or?
So eastbound.
And then into the
it
northbound?
turned red, and then he made the left. And then the other one that he ran was 104th and 52nd.
Okay.
I didn't mean to blow posted light, it's got shitty brakes on it, but I didn't want to.
I mean, you gotta look at it from our perspective.
No,
you know,
I get it. I understand.
You know, and then the other way to look at it too is if it's got shitty brakes, but you got the time and money to put light bars and whatever on it, then you should put the money into the brakes. I mean, unfortunately for you, this guy happened to be right there going home from work. So
I'm concerned too because there's if you look in his back seat, he's got more LEDs that aren't installed yet. He's got like a full package back there.
Does it look like it's red and blue or just?
I can't tell because with our LEDs now, I mean they could be any color.
That's true.
I can't tell what color they're on. It might say on them, but yeah, he's got a full siren and air horn rigged up on this thing.
Okay. Impersonating a police officer, at least, because you said he stopped behind them for several seconds and then sped off.
Yeah, he would curb them, and then he didn't get out and make contact with them, but he would curb them and then speed around them.
Okay. 2 people, and then he tried to do it to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why would you do that though? It's way quicker to go on the interstate 142. I was gonna hit the interstate. I don't know why it took me.
What's with the red lights? One of the red lights.
What red lights?
This one, and then the one on 104th and 52nd Street.
I was like 100 feet maybe before the red light, and
Do you have your siren on when you were going through the red light?
I don't know. I had my horn on, I think.
What horn?
The little like
The air horn?
Yeah. Because like my brakes are shit on this thing, and like I can't really stop very good on it. So it hit yellow before I was like able to like stop real quick. So I just kind of like hit the air horn, and I don't know. I just got it today.
So it sounds like you tried to pull over 3 people.
No.
That's not what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that you got behind him, hit your light and your horn, put him to the curb, stop behind him for several seconds, and then sped around him.
No, I didn't do that.
That's not what I heard.
No, I would never do that.
So what are you doing?
I just got the siren today. It
For what
literally
purpose?
came from Amazon today.
He's got a whole light bar that's not rigged up.
I'm literally not trying to impersonate no one.
You know when you're pulling people over with the light flashing, it is impersonating, right?
I wasn't trying to impersonate no one though. Like I'm not in I don't have a uniform. I don't have any firearms. I really love you guys. I really honestly do. I'm not trying to impersonate no one.
So what were you going to do with this other light bar that's in here?
That's the other thing. I was gonna mount it. I just picked that up from my dad's house. It's from a racing lawnmower that I built for the high school. It used to go on the Clover. It's orange.
What about these lights up here? They could be construed as, they look like they could strobe, and they're white.
Those are white strobe lights.
You understand where we're going with this, right?
Right, I understand. I really fucked up. I totally get it.
What were you going to pull them over for? Just out of curiosity.
I wasn't trying to pull anybody over. I got it today.
So what were you following them for then?
I was just driving. And I know
Where were you headed to?
Unigrove. I was just messing with the different sounds on the siren because I live in a residential area, and I thought, like, I don't know. I should have. I don't know. I didn't know where I could really play the thing.
You understand? Okay, so not only is it something that's, I'm just going to straight out say stupid.
Right.
You're not armed, right?
No.
What happens if you try? I'm just saying. I'm not accusing you of anything right now, okay? But what would happen if you try to pull the wrong person over who had a gun and who does not like police, and he gets out and starts shooting? Guess what? You have no way of defending yourself. Nevertheless, that this is a crime for you impersonating a police officer. You know that, right?
I'm not trying to impersonate no one.
Everything that is occurring right now is pointing that way. It's not smart.
Yeah.
You're going to end up getting yourself hurt over something stupid just because you want to play around.
How long are you on probation for?
A year.
And when does it end?
I got put on probation April, January, February, March. Like April.
Of this year?
April of this year, yeah.
Dude, I see this every single day. If you're on probation for whatever the case is,
And I'm sitting here drawing attention to
you should
myself.
literally be going to work, going home, and that's it. You shouldn't be going to any bars. You shouldn't be going anywhere after whatever. Guys do stupid stuff all the time. We just had a guy yesterday. He was out on probation and whatever else, and the guy decides to go to the bar with his old lady, and guess what? Now he's going to go to prison for 3-4 years because, you know, it's like, just stay at home.
I get it.
I mean, I get you have a life, and I get you're 19, but, you know.
I work 3 jobs.
Right, I get it, but, you know, at the end of the day, you know, your decisions in the past, you know, brought you to here, so it's like, you just need to stay home, stay out of trouble, not go anywhere, not do anything.
Your reputation.
So here's what I think happened, okay? I think you got this new light today, and it's cool. You got a new light, you got a new siren, it's fun.
Yeah.
Then you realize you turn it on and people pull over for you like you're a cop. So you thought, hey, this is kind of fun. I'm going to pull behind them like a cop, because you like the cops, that's great. And then, well, maybe I probably shouldn't go far with this, but that was cool, and then kept going.
Yeah.
Is that about right?
Yeah. It's dumb. But I wasn't trying to be a cop. I like you guys, I really do. You guys are awesome, and you guys do good work. Even though I've been arrested, I have never changed my view on you guys at all.
Well, that's fantastic.
I was on the Racine County Sheriff's Explorer post as a kid. I've always dreamt to be, I don't know.
You've always wanted to be a cop.
Yeah.
It just didn't work out for you.
No.
And it happens. Unfortunately, some people just doesn't work out. But tonight, you were trying to act like you were a cop a little bit, right? Right? You were like, hey, I'm gonna go full blown here. We're gonna pull someone over, get him out of the car. But a little part of you, right? You're like, I have a light on, I have a siren. They pulled over for me. It's like I'm a cop right now, right?
And unfortunately, one of those cars was a police car.
And that's why we're here today. So you essentially pulled over somebody as a cop, but you're not a cop. Does that sound right?
I mean, we understand what you're saying, that you're not getting out, you're not IDing people, you're not doing all that, but you can't stop cars out here, man.
I understand.
Especially, you pull somebody over and they think you are a cop. You're not ready for that, are you? Somebody gets out of the car and comes after you, you're not trained for that, right? You're not ready for that, right? And then what happens? And then somebody that doesn't like the cops and they think you are a cop and they get out and they come back after you, what do you think happens?
Gonna get killed?
Maybe.
Hurt?
You never know. And that's the problem with people that are not cops acting like they are. You're not trained or prepared for it. See how that's a problem? Not to mention, in the past, there have been people who are trying to pretend they're cops for bad reasons.
Right.
You obviously tonight didn't do anything further than pull behind them like you're doing a traffic stop. But how do we know that in another mile, the next car you pull over, you're like, you know what? They think I'm a cop. I'm going to play this one out further. I'm going to go up and... We don't know. We don't know you. You see how that's a problem? Yeah. Does that make sense? So you having a little bit of fun tonight with your new light and siren very well could have ended poorly or differently, or had we not stopped you, who knows what could have happened? We don't know.
Could have been seriously hurt, yeah.
Correct.
So all this is going to be is that it's going to be documented, okay? What it sounds like is that there's no charges that are going to be pressed, okay? But if you're caught in any way, shape, or form doing any type of action like this before, because it is illegal if you're not actively in a construction zone doing construction things, you are not allowed to have any type of strobes on. Even tow trucks, if they're not technically towing a vehicle, they cannot have their strobes on. Okay? So if you are caught in any fashion using any type, even with no lights, just beeping the siren, you're probably going to get arrested. Alright? So if that's the case, if there's no charges that are going to be pressed against you, then you're lucky.
And I'm doing so good. I really am doing good. I just got done doing 9 months.
What I suggest that you do, honestly, you have no need for any of these.
I really do.
Sell them. Get rid of them. Don't get yourself caught up on this. All right, I know it's fun. When I was younger, I was in the CB club, and I had the PA system and everything. This was in Chicago, so
Right.
imagine what would have happened if I messed with the wrong person. I definitely would have gotten shot. But yep, I messed around too. But
So, question for you: Would you be willing to allow us to search your car?
I don't think it's really necessary.
Okay.
I mean, do you guys want to search it?
Well, so just I guess our concern is to make sure that you don't have a badge you bought from Amazon or something like that.
I do.
Okay. All right. Let me get out of the road here. All right. So I'm going to read you your rights before we get a statement from you. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer and have him or her present with you while you are being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before any questioning if you wish. You can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any questions or make any statements. Do you understand each of these rights as I have explained them to you? Having these rights in mind, do you wish to talk to us or give us a statement?
Yes. Am I under arrest or detained? I'm detained.
You're detained.
Yeah.
What time, you work in the morning? What time do you work in the morning? 7. All right.
I gotta be at the shop at 7.
What's that?
I gotta be at the shop at 7.
Okay. So I'm going to be honest with you. We're calling your PO right now. And we're going to let them know that you were using the siren. We're let them know that you were at a bar. I let them know that you weren't drinking, that you blew zeros, that you've been cooperative. But we're also going to do a summons. As of right now, it's just going to be a summons for impersonating a police officer.
Which means?
It's a misdemeanor. Okay. Your PO, I don't know what your PO is going to do, if he's going to want to hold you or not. That's up to him. But I'm being honest with you because you've been honest and cooperative with us.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Try to work with me.
Yep. So let's just have a seat back on the bumper. Once we hear back, we'll let you know, okay? 10-4. So they decided they're going to hold you. So.
Well, they say race is not a weekend, so you don't have to sit there for 3 days before you get.
You can have a seat at that brown chair. Step up, we'll go over there. Straight ahead to that silver desk on your right. All right, good luck to you, Sam.